Good morning, Dr. Jones and fellow classmates. My name is Belinda Frazier. Since the beginning of time, women have wanted to have straight hair. They use heated combs and hair irons, which are very similar to house irons we use for clothes. I'm here today to inform you about the creation of the hot comb and how it has transformed throughout the years. The smell of burning hair is how I remember it. After washing and blow drying my hair, sitting in the kitchen, holding down my ears and hoping I wouldn't get burned. Those are the memories that come to mind as I think about hot combs. Today I'm going to give you some insight of how the hot comb came into existence, how it works and the damages that can come from using it, and finish up with how the hot comb has transformed. The reference materials for this presentation include the following: Bridget Austin, The History of the Hot Comb from E. Howe; Tamara Clark, The Hot Comb, How Partnerships Made It Popular, published August 2, 2011, from Beneath the Bonnet blog; History of the Flat Iron, published November 27, 2007, from Flat Irons Review; Kristen Locke, A Brief History of Flat Irons, from Mizuko; Unique So, History of the Hot Comb, published February 7, 2012, from Sisters with Beauty. It is commonly believed that Madam C.J. Walker invented the hot comb. However, according to my references, the tool was said to have been used by the French in the year 1845. Women in Paris had been using hot combs to replicate the straight styles worn by ancient Egyptians. In 1872, Marcel Grado was one of the first hairdressers to use the hot comb as a way to create new wave styles for his clientele in Paris. In the early 1900s, African-American woman Annie Turnpo Pope Malone obtained the first U.S. patent for the hot comb. The hot comb was simply one of the ways Malone sought to improve hair straightening techniques used by African Americans at the time. She studied hair textures for nearly a decade before developing her own line of products that were later marketed and sold door to door by trained saleswomen, one of which was Madam C.J. Walker. Walker later followed in the footsteps of Malone by creating her own line of hair care products and redesigning the hot comb with widespread teeth that would accommodate thicker hair textures. Here I have a picture of how the hot comb looks. Also called a pressing comb or straightening comb, the hot comb is heated on a burner to a temperature between 300 and 500 degrees Fahrenheit. By pulling the heated comb through the hair, the pressure applied during the combing process breaks down the hair's fibers by chemical bonds. As the temperature diminishes, the bonds reconnect and keep the hair straight. It is not uncommon to burn and damage hair when using the hot comb. According to my references, in 1968, a study was released that stated hot combs had caused inflammation and scarring on the scalps of mostly African American women, known as hot comb alopecia. Although today many debate about the dangers of heat straightening, the invention of the hot comb was actually a safer option for most women. In 1909, Isaac K. Shiro patented a hair straightener which was composed of two flat irons that are heated and pressed together. This is the first known flat iron to ever be created. However, flat irons we use today can more closely be credited to Scottish heiress Lady Jennifer Bell Schofield, who refined and combined previous efforts into a hinged two-plated heated iron in 1912. As the flat iron progressed throughout time, many improvements were made on how the tool worked to straighten and style hair. Different materials were introduced to give the users a tool that was much friendlier to the hair itself. Today, the most effective flat irons have ceramic heating elements. The ceramic coating of these irons is much more effective due to the ability to provide constant heat while styling. The quality of the plates on your flat iron is a large part of the overall quality of the iron itself. Better plates straighten the hair more easily and cause less damage. There are many different types and sizes of flat irons on the market and are not just used to straighten hair anymore, but also to curl. These are examples of the different sizes you can get in flat irons. Now I'm going to demonstrate how to use the flat iron. First, you're going to need your flat iron. This is one I have. It is red head with ceramic plates. You're going to need a clip or a hair tie, a brush, and heat protectant to protect your hair. So first you're going to want to straighten out your hair to get all the kinks out. It's never a good idea to straighten your hair when it's tangled. Next, you're going to want to separate it into smaller sections so it's easier to work with. Notice that my hair is curly now. So I'm going to spray a little bit of my heat protectant on it. Just a little. And my flat iron is already heated. It's on high. So you're just going to take it, put your hair through, and slide it down. Keep going till you get to the end. Sometimes it takes a couple times, so run through it one more time. And that's how you use the flat iron. Are there any questions?